Hi, I'm Colm and this is Phil. We're from Sealasash. Sealasash is a company that restores and repairs and makes old windows work beautifully and makes them draft proof. We're in the courtyard of Willow Court, an 1830s barracks building where we've been asked to restore the windows. So on this job, the windows were all boarded up on both sides. We couldn't really see what state the original windows were in, and we have strict guidelines as to what we're allowed to do to conserve the old windows.
Come along with us, we can go and have a look at the process we went through from start to finish. This is a typical window that we were asked to refurbish. We first came and did a 2-day report on 40 odd windows. There can be anything from broken glass, as you can tell, broken mullions, broken stiles, broken rails. It's very hard to do a report from here, but that's what we did. And we have to bring them back to a working order. So they're draft proofed, so the rooms are functional. It's a process where we have to remove the outside hoarding, you can see, which is galvanised iron screwed to this chipboard onto a timber frame that's then bolted to the inside. So first we remove all this, we pull the sections of the windows apart that we can, we refurbish all the windows, make them operate, we put a draft seal in them and we put them back together. A lot of the damage, when they actually stop the vandals getting in, they've nailed these boards across. Well, that's actually caused all the damage because as we're removing them, some of the stiles are really quite pitted. On this window, one of the major repairs will be putting a new sill in here, which has to be hewn pine because all these windows are hewn pine. As you can see, this one's completely missing and the bottom of these are quite rotten, so we'll have to refurbish all that, scarf timber in and then put a new sill in.
And now Phil is going to start work on preparing the linings to take the refurbished sashes when they're ready.
So this is one of the windows we're repairing. This one has a fixed bottom sash and the top sash only travels this distance, about 6 inches, and it has what isn't here is a little piece of timber that has a leather hinge, which will restore all this. So the top sash just slides up and down a little bit and the bottom sash is fixed. So what I do first is I just brush it all the way down. I don't scrape any of the paint off because they want this patina left on there. I remove any nails or like little tags of the leather and I bag them because they'll be kept for historic reasons. And then we return the leather and the nails to as close as we possibly can to the original state that it was. And we, like I said before, we draft seal them and we make them operable. Part of the damage that's been caused is when they nailed the windows closed and they used these 4-inch flathead galvanised nails which have caused a huge amount of damage to the stiles, some of which we have to now replace because of this. As I'm removing nails and different things from the windows, I can determine how old the pieces are, whether they're original or they've been added later, usually by the nails. This nail I can tell by the shape of it and the mis-centered head that it's an original nail pre-1850, so that the material that was in was an original piece. At the end of every window I have to catalogue every find I find and I put a little notepad which window number it came off, and then there's some kind of a record of where all these artefacts have come from. I'll just show you one of the examples of the damage we're fixing. This is the top plate which holds the bars originally when the prisoners were in here. This one we are going to obviously have to replace. There's just not enough left for me to fix it. But there's one in good condition. So I have to make window number 1 look like that.